It's been a tough year, but tonight we celebrate hope. We look to people around the world who take action against the world's daunting problems. They work every single day to safeguard the planet for future generations, protect the environment that sustains us, and ensure that every person can enjoy freedom, safety, and life with dignity. Tonight, we celebrate the 2021 Right Livelihood Laureates and their perseverance to fight for a better future for all. They show what courage can achieve and inspire action around the world.
What happens when a big construction project is planned in a community and the people who live there face the threat of having their environment and food supply destroyed? Legal Initiative for Forest and Environment, or LIFE, is an Indian organization that works with communities facing threats just like that. And it all started with lawyers Ritwik Dutta and Rahul Chaudhary.
We have about 20% of India legally classified as forest, out of which actual area under forest would be in around 11% of India. The issue with regard to deforestation is severe because we lose about 100 acres of forest every day, diverted for different uses, whether it's mining, whether it's road, because of hydropower, because of coal mining. India has the largest number of forest-dependent people. And the number of people dependent on forests for livelihood is roughly in the region of 250 to 300 million. That's equal to the population of Brazil, Argentina, and Australia combined. So if you destroy forest, you not only destroy trees, the flora and fauna, but you take away the livelihood of people, because people are directly dependent on forest.
We first do the GIS-based ground truthing. And also we go to the site and assess the area, and then how much these communities are dependent on the forest. And then whenever such kind of permits are granted, we help them first to understand the issue, that how they are going to affect it. And then if situation require, then they are to challenge those permits, then we help them to go to the courts and then challenge those permits on their behalf.
In 2010, LIFE helped stall a large-scale bauxite mine project by Vedanta, a British company in the eastern state of Odisha. With help from LIFE, the Dongria Kond tribal people brought a case against the project because their land would have been devastated by the mine. India's Supreme Court said that the community needed to agree before the company could get a mining permit. The case is often called the most significant victory in the history of environmental lawsuits in India. In the end, the Dongria rejected the proposal for the mine in what became India's first environmental referendum.
So over the period of 10 years, we represented the Dongria Kond tribal community directly before the different courts, whether it is the NGT, whether it's the Central Empowered Committee of the Supreme Court, and finally the Supreme Court. We provided them the much needed legal support. But at the end, the key to the success of this case was basically the Dongria Kond themselves. Their resolve that under no circumstances we will accept any package, any deal with the company, is what made the difference.
LIFE has continued to stand up against powerful interests, threatening the well-being of people and nature, securing better environmental protections for communities across India.
So it was not only the Dongria Konds, after that the jurisprudence has been used by the courts in other cases, and all the communities now asserting their rights on the forest, and they are not bowing down to the companies who try to damage their forest, which is their primary livelihood.
Our next presenter is an agronomist, the president of the Swedish Society for Nature Conservation and the president of the European Environmental Bureau.
Distinguished laureates, ladies and gentlemen, it is such an honor to be here tonight to hand over this prestigious prize. In the globalized world of today, it's more important than ever to highlight the struggles and to celebrate the victories of the global environmental movements. We are connected in the flow of goods and services, connected in our need for a healthy, livable planet, and connected in our fight for environmental democracy and justice. Ritvik Datta and Rahul Chaudhary realized that people in their part of the world, India, often had no means of defending their land and forests against corporate interests. So they founded Legal Initiative for Forest and Environment, or LIFE, to stand up for people's rights to a healthy environment and to protect their livelihoods. LIFE has been instrumental in some of the most important environmental legal victories in India. It is thus with great pleasure that I present the 2021 Right Livelihood Award to Ritvik Datta and Rahul Chaudhary, founders of Legal Initiative for Forest and Environment.
Rahul, why would you say it's important to work hand in hand with local population?
Local population or communities who are defending their land and air and water are suddenly taken by surprise or pushed to margin when government decides that they want some activities there. So to defend their rights, I think, to defend or to protect the environment, we need them in association to work with the government and everyone.
What would you say is the vision for environmental democracy in India?
We see a country where communities have the right and ability to influence the decision with regard to environment on which the life, the livelihood, and the culture depends. We also see a society where the concept of rights extends and is not limited only to humans, but extends to animals, trees, rivers, and all ecosystems.
And what do you think this award can help you with in the future? Yeah, applause for that. Thank you. I love that.
Thank you.
What do you think this award can help you with in your work?
I think we get connected to an amazing number of change makers across the world who are part of the Right Livelihood family. And we, as being part of the family, we will gain by sharing, by learning, and by strengthening our fight for environmental justice in India.
Thank you so much. The stage is yours.
Thank you. And first of all, I would really like to thank every jury member of the Right Livelihood Award for choosing life and in recognizing life's work in furthering environmental democracy and the rule of law. We would like to thank everyone who has been part of life's journey over the last 20 years, 2 decades. First of all, definitely to the local communities. They are the first line of defense, they are the victims, and they are the fighters. They reposed faith on us to take on their battle to the courts. We remain grateful to them. Next, and very important, I think it's a rare breed, but we are grateful to the visionary judges of the courts who have given new meaning and substance to environmental jurisprudence. We are thankful to some bold forest officers in India who are defending India's forest against all odds. They're very, very important people, and I think very important as the international supporters, national supporters, who have allowed us to continue with this work, our mission. And finally, I think for every team member, past and present, of LIFE, who have helped LIFE evolve as an institution to defend environmental democracy in the world's largest democracy. Thank you.